Hello, everyone. For sure, all of us in our lives once have heard of the name of the resin or gums. Gums are made from the substance that secreted from the pine tree, and it has a very unpleasant and sharp odor. They're kind of liquids that they hardens over time and turns into gums. These gums, which are produced naturally, or chemically, they all have a high adhesion. And at first they are liquid, but over time, slowly they become solid. For sure, we saw the use of resin all around us, but we've never paid attention to it. We can see them all in the accessories that we use, or home decor, bathroom floors, ceilings, and some of things around us. And all of these are somehow covered with resin, but we don't have that much information about them, and we don't know that resins are used in these materials. And here I want to talk a little about the history of resin for you. The history of resin goes back to more than 200 years ago, where they were first produced industrially. And they were first used in for the ship flooring industrially. Before that, our ancestors used them when they want to stick something together, and in the buildings, or I said flooring. But 200 years ago, they were produced in factories. And when it comes to resin, nowadays, all over the world, we have two bottles for each resin, which one of them is the material that hardens the resin that we use. All over the world, we have many, many different kinds of resins, like polyester resin, polyethylene resin, acrylic resin, and many, many more. I only introduced three different kinds of resin that we can see around us. One of them is that polyarton resin, which has a very high adhesion, and they are normally used in the car industry for painting the car, because it very, very rarely changes the color, and they are very strong and anti-scratch. And the next one is the polyester resin, which you can use it, you can see it all around you in home furnishing and decors, that they also covered these furnitures by a kind of polyester resin to make them keep stronger. Polyester resin is one level lower than the polyarton resin, but they are also very strong and hard. And the third one is the epoxy resin, which does not have the resistance of two previous types that I mentioned. It scratches and it also changes color over the time. But because they are without color and without any unpleasant odor, we use them in the furniture industry and more in resin artworks. So the resin that we use for the resin art is epoxy resin. These epoxy resins are produced chemically, and we can provide them from the market. As I told you, they have no color and no special odor, and they are easily combined with the colors that we have for resin. As I said, these resins are not that hard, so they scratches easily. What we can do is that over the time, you can repair the resin again, and that's it. So that was all type of resin that so far we talked about. But from now on, the only resin that we are going to use in our artwork is the epoxy resin. And in the next video, we're going to make beautiful artworks.